If you want to generate images with AI or if you want to generate videos with AI and you want to know the best practices,
just upload the audio of yourself. It can just 100% lip sync your audio and match your lips to that video.
where people are recording their avatar using Hygen and then they're cloning their voice using 11 Labs.
Prompt model, and then give the full prompt to it. It can also generate a 15-second video.
90% of the audience even don't can differentiate between it, either it is AI or either we are talking ourselves. So
AI created that trailer in AI and has uploaded it on YouTube. And that is the exact trailer that Marvel has just launched 2 weeks ago. Who has more value, face value, Fawad Khan or a beautiful AI influencer? What do you think? Is not gonna take over your job, but it's gonna take over that person who gets himself far away from the AI, who
Every week, we go inside the tools, the systems, and the real workflows that are changing how business gets done. This is the Awais Rafiq Show. Real AI, real business, no hype.
if you want to generate images with AI or if you want to generate videos with AI and you want to know the best practices, today we are gonna discuss exactly that thing. I have Ali Khan with me and he is gonna go through from all of this process. It is more towards a masterclass instead of a podcast. Welcome Ali to the show.
thank you so much.
Ali, tell me about the journey from how you came into AI image creation, AI video creation from the media background where you are managing the ads on the billboard.
When journey was, you can say, it was not a long journey. It was started in 2023 when OpenAI launched their GPT model called ChatGPT. And apart from that, they also launched a model called DALL-E. Many of you have heard about it. It's the first image model, I guess, and the same model that come at par with Flux by Black Forest. So that's when I get so much into AI. When I saw and I uploaded the image of myself, and then I just erased and replaced changed the color of my shirt, and it just accurately changed color of the shirt. And then I tried to change my T-shirt into a blazer and something else. It just incredibly done it, and that's when I get so much into AI. And you can just think unimaginably what it can do. And you seen the videos of Will Smith from the 2023. It was generated by, I guess, T Dance One. It was so low quality, and within, you can say, like, with a small passage of time, you can see last week a model just launched called Flux 3, and it can create ultra high realistic images in 8K of 420 seconds.
There were many issues. It was creating the objects, but face were not correct, or the animations or where facial expressions, it was having some struggles. Or if we are talking about videos, then the motion, the dynamics, how physics is working. So, for example, if a person is dancing, he is just start rotating, and the physics is out of that. But now things become very, very mature. So, how you see that in 2026, if let's say there is a whole boom about personal branding, particularly where people are recording their avatar using Hygen and then they're cloning their voice using 11 Labs, YouTube channel on that. How do you see this thing? How it is working, not where it's working, and what are your thoughts on that?
I thought the real content is more realistic than the one that people are generating through AI. You can take a help of the AI to clone your voice or to replicate or make multiple contents for multiple platforms. But you can't rely on something that is, you can say, is not like 100% correct. For example, if you like do a podcast, there's a chance that it can do errors and mistakes. But if a real person is sitting, so that I think it can do more accurate than the one that you have done on the Hygiene or 11 Labs or something like that. There's an app called Lipsync, in which you can just upload your photo, and then you can give the script. If you want to give the script to it, like your wordings in whatever language you want to ask him to say, or you can just upload the audio of yourself. It can just 100% lip sync your audio and match your lips to that video. It's incredibly, it's free. It's free right now, but it will be paid after some time due to massive requests.
Okay, amazing. Many people are running like those channels where they are using AI based voice and AI based video, and some even are running both channels. On one channel, they are preparing themselves. On the second channel, it is all AI generated, where they just approve the script and everything else. The voice, the video, it is done by the AI. But it is a very debatable topic right now. Some are noting very good expression, very good reach on that, and they are saying like if we are conveying our message, that's great, and sometimes people are not liking that. Some are also saying like if 90% of the audience even don't can differentiate between it, either it is AI or either we are talking ourselves. So how we go to that quality?
You are asking about the quality of a realism that
Yeah.
AI can achieve. But as a freelancer, or if I'm a person that has to make content for somebody else, so I make sure that I make more frames according to the script. For example, if there is a script of a 10 second of a man drinking water from a bottle, okay. So if I want to make it more realistic, I would have to take multiple images of that person from the front angle, sides angle, and the back angle. Also, the clothing that he or she is wearing, so that the AI could understand it more better. So I would give that prompt to the latest AI. For that, I would use for image model and for image realism, I would use GPT-2 model that recently that has launched, and Nano Banana Pro for that. And I would give that frames, and we have to make sure that those frames are in sequence. And I have to give that those frames to the latest models. And for that, I would use Google Omni in Google Flow, or I would use C Dance, the latest 2.5, or the recently launched model that is Flux 3 that was launched a week ago. It was just so realistic. You can't even differentiate between a actual footage and that footage that was created from that. So what I want to say is that frames, that actually that matters, and also the script. The script must be detailed about the person, his features, his facial expressions, and the gestures he's doing or she doing. Also, the clothes that he or she is wearing, that must be also in the detailed prompt, not just the person is drinking water from the cup of water. It should be like the making an expression like this, wearing this, taking a glass from this, and then looking like this, and then sitting like this. This is what I call you can achieve more realism on the pattern that can be there. If you want to like local stuff, you can just use any model. For example, you can use Grok model and then give the full prompt to it. It can also generate a 15-second video, and you can also have seen Spider-Man and Hulk fighting each other on the social media. Those are the videos that were made on that model.
Videos. There are many videos that are coming from Qaeda and
Yeah.
they are making avatars of that and creating some concepts, some social related videos.
Even if you know about a movie that is coming, that's Avengers Doomsday. The people who attended the Comic Con, that was the like a stage where they show the trailer to those audience that has like passed or something for that. They show us the trailer to those person, and one of the person that saw that trailer, AI created that trailer in AI and has uploaded it on YouTube. And that is the exact trailer that Marvel has just launched 2 weeks ago.
Even the movie changing is also going to change a lot. I mean, there will be a lot of models that they will be using for graphics, for animations.
Believe that there will be a tough time for CGI and graphic creators for movies.
Mm.
You can just locally create anything.
How you see it for the business perspective? Like if a small to mid-sized business, what type of visuals they need? They come for product related videos or e-commerce related, like a product unboxing, or you are explaining the features of that. We able to create those videos with AI?
We can create those videos with AI, but if you're saying something that you can say a person has unboxing a phone or something that has never been on social media, never been on internet, so that AI cannot identify what's inside the box. First, you have to show it to AI that this is the model, this is its features and all that, and then you can give whole prompt to any of video models. And then it can generate an image. For that you have to also create your AI avatar for that.
And from where we can access like all of these models together, like that is very confusing because I am also working in AI space, and it is hard to stay updated, like where many new models are coming, which is working good, which is not working good. How we can access everything at one place, like Higgs field or something, where it is easier to try or easier to, like it automatically tell us like this is the model for this use case.
If you are like totally beginner, then you can go to an app called LM Arena. There's an app called LM Arena where you can select what genre you want to do: video, text, or image. If you select, for example, image, then give you a list of and tons of models. For example, GPT image, Nano Banana Pro, all the models, and then Flux and Rev model, all of the models. You can select any of the models, upload any of your pictures, or you want to do a text to image or image to image, you can do easily on that. And it has like 4 generations per day. So I think it's the best way to for someone to have a good know-how of the AI for the like first time, for a person who don't know about anything. So I think that's is a very good platform to do that. But if you want an upgrade or something higher model, like if you are working for someone or you have a client that requires AI image, image to image, image to video, or text to video thing, then you have multiple options, and you can tell me the AI model and I'll tell you the website where you can use it for like not totally free, but it gives you some credits that can work for you.
Let's take a real scenario. For example, I want to run my company YouTube channel where we want to give awareness. Let's say I am running a printing business. We are manufacturing t-shirts, we are printing logo on that, and I want to show those processes, and I have raw footage of that. I want to convert it into some proper YouTube videos that people can watch, where we want to explain the process, like how we do, how we prepare, how we manufacture these shirts, how we print your logos, and what is the science behind everything. So how I will do that? I only have the raw footage, or maybe in second scenario, I don't have the raw footage as well. I just only have the script or the ideas. And I have to prepare 90-day content, let's say for 3 months.
You are preparing content for like social media, like UGC content creator or something else.
Let's say I am that brand, I am printing t-shirts, and I have to prepare content for 90 days for my brand awareness. I don't know what I will create. I just have raw videos of my factory, and I have the script or I have some ideas. How I should portray that on the social media, what will be the angle, what will be the tools, what will it cost me, and for 3 months of content.
Like if you want to do posting like 4 times a week, and that I think that is enough, like one post per day or one reel per day, I think that is enough. For that you can use Love Art. Have you ever heard of it?
Love art. There was something like art list. Love art is something new. Yeah.
It's a platform where you can create an agent for your company, or you can design anything manually. For example, you have this plain t-shirt and you want like Spider-Man logo or anything logo on that. So you can just upload a picture of this shirt and then upload the logo from the internet or anything you have. You can just give it to it and then select your image model, what image model you want to use, and then give it to prompt like I want a Asian man wearing this t-shirt and posing in front of a camera with good lighting, with good background and consistent face and all that. So you can generate you a 6 to 7 images, which you can upload it on your website, e-commerce website, or you can just simply upload it on your social media. So I think this is the best way to do this.
That would be a great use case, like where it is portraying people wearing those t-shirts with those logos and with that branding, and that can do the basically it is replacing, or maybe it is partially doing the work of an influencer marketing. How UGC comes into play, actually from where this name came, UGC, how it is work, and is it performing in the ads or not, and how you can create best UGC.
Many companies, like you can say Coca-Cola, is also using UGC creators to preview their product on the social media or the internet. So I think that UGC content creator is a big changer game for future. It was started, I guess, by Indian. He made an AI influencer model, and then he just randomly post photos with politicians and celebrities of Bollywood and all that. And that's where the idea comes from, that if that person can gain views doing that stupid stuff, why not we can just promote our product on that? Because natural human is what I believe have like scars on their face, don't have like proper, you need a proper like shower and then makeup to look beautiful. But for that AI, you just need one prompt to make it more beautiful and more attractive. So that's when I think that there is a dire need of that, and it's a game big changer in future.
I was having a session last week with Yusuf. He run Meta ads mainly. So he was having a customer and his ads were not performing. They were using some UGC related stuff. So he said only to replace that UGC with some actual process, with some actual footage. They changed that and their ads start performing very well. At least they got 200%
Yeah.
better performance. Do you have some scenarios where the UGC ads work better, or it could be just a starting point? The people who don't want to post a video, we can start with UGC, and as soon as they can record some stuff, they can start using it. Or how you see this thing?
I believe UGC content creators, or you can just go to a Pinterest and then type for AI influencer or something like that. You can get a tons of images of the influencers, but it doesn't have any specific name. For example, let's just take an example of Pakistani actor. Let's take an example of Fawad Khan. Okay, what do you think? Who has more value, face value, Fawad Khan or a beautiful AI influencer? What do you think?
Definitely the person who has more reach. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly, exactly. The person who has more reach, the person who has more like real expressions, that thing has will get you more reach, more expressions, and more audience than that of an UGC creator. But it's easy for a local low end business to create such AI thing because they can't afford for what fun. That's why they can use anything.
Yes, exactly. And from there, a new market started where people started creating influencer. They created an
Yeah.
avatar, they created their content, and they kept it into a particular market. And they created like 500, 600 shots and build a personal brand of that particular influencer and start selling that. Like, this is an AI agent, this is an AI avatar, and it has, for example, 100K followers here, and people like it due to this reason, and now you can just buy it and use it for your own brand needs.
Now AI tools such as ChatGPT and Gemini, you can say, they don't allow famous or proclaimed celebrities faces to be used in any kind of image. Like if you upload any image of any actors or actor and then you want to change anything in it, it's definitely said it's against our policy. But if you go with any random person like me, you can just take a photograph, gather my photograph from my social media, and then put it on social media and give it to AI with a prompt. Then it can generate a much great UGC content. So these are the things that are also revolutionizing and changing, and it also keeping people's privacy.
Let's talk about some about editing. Is it we were talking about mainly from A to Z, where avatar is AI, video is AI, script is AI. Let's say I have the video. We have this podcast. I have to edit. We are already using some tools like hyperframes to generate the graphics, remotion to generate the graphics, and AI is. If you watch my some of my previous videos, we have generated SFX, we have generated motion graphics, we have done the cleaning, all of that with the AI. So how you are using that, how it is happening in the industry where we are just doing the editing with the using AI.
Yeah, I think manual editing is still far more better than the editing that are available on the internet. Like this is a AI or it's an agent that can edit your video. It can edit our video, but it's not according to our desired output, you can say. For example, you give this podcast, this whole podcast to that, it will definitely say that I won't do that big duration video to be edited. So you just have to use local editors. For example, what I'm using is Magix and Filmora video editing for it. And it has like plugins for to add AI content or AI thing into your videos, which is I think is pretty good. And if you want to edit a small video like a real video for like 1 minute, 2 minutes, it's a very good and impressive method, which I saw a video of a content creator. I saw he had just head over to Pinterest. He just type in the art style or the typography of words he can use. He take the screenshots and save these images, and then he put these images and everything to Google Flow. Then he select the model Google Omni, and then give the prompt he get from I think Grok or Gemini. Then he give to that, and then after 10 seconds, the video is generated. It's not according to his requirements, but it was pretty good and natural. Like it's cuts, it has like glitches, it has like pauses, like anything
Mhm.
dramatic you said to me, I like oh, so it has all of this stuff.
what I added basically, that setup is working great for long videos. Yesterday I edited 45-minute video with that. But that is not purely actually video generation. You have a video, how the process work. It take a video. From that video, we get the transcript. And based on the transcript, it can say like, these are the steps, these are the lines that we need to cut. It cut those lines. It compact that
It
script.
doesn't work like this. I don't think there's any AI on the internet that can work like this. That to cut from 0.003 duration to 0.8.
We can do that.
Spam the video, which AI.
I have done that. I have a video maybe on my channel, or maybe it's coming soon. We are using 11 Lab. 11 Lab give you word level transcript. So it tell you this is the word and this is the time at which it is spoken, where it is starting, where it is ending. So that is a very detailed transcript from which AI can analyze it, and it can cut the video to the desired duration. Once we have that, yeah, and there is something, a remotion and hyperframe. It work exactly like we are building a website. So it prepared those frames, and it can add the motion graphics where bullets are coming or a summary of the process is coming. So
That is so simple. You can do even on raw that motion graphic
yeah,
that's
so
on the screen, whatever I'm saying, that stylish captions or that shit,
exactly.
that is easy to do. But
If we have to do it
you're
manually,
saying that yeah, it would take a whole day.
a lot of whole day, exactly. At first you have to identify the moments where you have to pull it, and then you design it, and that's a lot of work, and AI can do it in like 30-40 minutes, and it give you the video. So that's very awesome. Okay, so anything else you want to add in how you see AI video generation go in next 6 months, how it will be changing, adopting, and what is your advice for anyone who want to start AI video generation or images for his own business somehow, for podcast, for personal branding, for showing his products in the market?
For this, I would say a long discussion on that I had with my friend. He was saying to me that AI is gonna replace you or AI is gonna replace this person. So I clearly said to him, AI is not the one that can replace the person or anyone. Is not gonna take over your job, but it's gonna take over that person who gets himself far away from the AI, who doesn't know how to use AI. In the future, that person will be replaced, not the AI that can replace. So that is the main thing I want to add in it. And for small businesses, I would recommend them to use AI for their videos. I think it's very simple and very basic to use AI nowadays. Even my 5-year-old nephew can use it. It's that simple in this time. But to add more creativity and add more realism to it, you can just head over to any pictures website and then download the video and then put it on AI and ask it to just type me the prompt for that. You can just copy and paste that prompt to your video or your product video. It can generate the same level and quality of video for that product that you have given to it. So I think it's very easy and simple for anyone to use it. And I think it's a time that people must have to think a revolutionary for that.
Okay, great. I think it was a great discussion. Thank you for Ali your time. And if someone has to contact you, where they can contact you for if they want to generate their full content using AI, and if they want you on board, how they can reach out to you?
They can connect me on my Instagram or they can also message me on my page. It's called Hard to Skip, which I've been running and I've been posting like office and AI related memes. And I have like millions of views on that. So you can just head over to that page, follow it, and or you can just message me personally. It's at the rate Ali Khan _AC on Instagram.
Okay, Ali. Thank you. Thank you for your time.